So we're going to talk about simple interest. When people invest money, um, or when they save money, they earn interest, and it's calculated with the formula I equals P times R times T, where interest equals the principal times the rate times the time. And when you want to buy something expensive, you often borrow money. So banks are people who loan the money, charge you interest. So when you borrow money, that's when you get charged the interest, okay? But then if you invest money, that's when you earn interest. So here's the formula. Interest equals principal times rate times time. So we need to figure out what these terms actually mean. So first let's look at principal. Principal, it's not like Mr. Waldman, our principal. It is the amount you start with, such as the cost of the house or a car. Those are two things we often take loans out for. Or it's the investment deposit you put in. So if people talk about retirement funds, parents ever say they're talking about investing for retirement, or if you have a bank account that you're saving in, that deposit doesn't look very good. If you're saving money in a savings account, you would earn interest, and the banks are paying you um, to let your money sit in their bank, and that's what they're loaning because they're loaning it out and they're charging interest. The rate is the percent of interest charged or earned. So if it's 6%, um, you're going to change it to 0.06 because you divide it by 100. Remember, we don't work with the percent, we work with the decimal. The time is the length of the loan. So for a house, it's often going to be like 30 years. Okay. So if the house costs $375,900, this is what my house cost. My interest rate is 3.5%, 3.5%. And the amount of time I'm going to pay for that house is 30 years. So here's my formula. Interest equals principal times rate times time. So what interest are you going to pay on this house loan? Well, first let's identify which is which. I'm going to match the principal to the cost of the house, $375,900. The rate is the percent of the interest charged, and the time is for 30 years. So remember, I need to divide this by 100, and that's going to give me 0.035. And I'll show you on Desmos that that's true. 3.5 divided by 100 and 0.035. Okay. So now I'm going to fill in my formula. It's $375,900 times 0.035 times my 30 years. So let me go back to Desmos. $375,900 times the 0.035 interest times my 30 years. And this is how much interest I pay. My interest costs more than the house. Okay. So if I put them together, I have $394,695 in interest plus my original cost. And this is how much I would pay for the house in total, $775,900 or $595. That's how you find interest. That's how much it costs to buy something that you have to take a loan out.